offensively, it seemed like there was a lot of ball movement tonight. Assists on more than half the field goals. Just is that something you talked about working on offense the last couple of weeks? Was that a point of emphasis for you? And what did you like or what did you see from that tonight?
Yeah, we've revamped. If we can get, clean stops and rebound the ball, we can get out and run, and we're doing that. And guys are doing an unbelievable job of that right now. But when the game gets to a half court, we've excuse me, I'm all congested. We've revamped what we're trying to do offensively, and that's my job. My job is if I would have known my team in November, I would have made the adjustment in November. But you learn about your team when you got 9 first-year guys as the season goes on, and I realized a little while ago that we needed to make some adjustments in our half-court offense, and we've done that, and the players have bought in, and I think what we're doing now fits our team a little bit better.
Frank, you mentioned the defense. Obviously, Brooks in Starkville was a huge, part of that win. Just what did you guys do to kind of take him away? I think he only had 2 points.
Yeah, with Tolu Smith in there, he ends up playing the 4 a lot more. And so they post up Tolu Smith a lot more than him. He hurt us in the post last time. And Keyshawn, I thought, was phenomenal defensively today. I thought Keyshawn might have played the best game he's played this year defensively. But it was a team effort. Our guards were really good at getting through screens. We made a couple of adjustments in what we do defensively against them based on the first game, and give the players credit. Because, it's easy to talk about it in practice when the guys that are trying to run their offense don't really know their offense, or they don't run it at the same speed. And when you're in the film room, it's really hard to do when the other guys are coming at you 100 miles per hour, and it's Molinar and Garrison Brooks, 2 of the 5. But the guys were great. They did their jobs, and then we battled. I don't know. That first half, I thought we swarmed to the ball as well as we have all year. We didn't stand there and allow guys to just get beat on a one-on-one play. I mean, we played with an aggression and discipline that was fun to watch.
Mike, you on the front here?
Frank, you hear it in sports all the time about a team being able to take on the personality of their coach, and we know you. We know you want to be able to show that aggression. Have you seen that more these last couple games, and especially tonight? What is that like when you see 2 of your guys running right over there, defending one of their players, and just that energy that it gives to the rest of the team?
Yeah, some of the stuff that I say in the locker room that used to never gets out now, because we all have so many cameras and people filming every moment, and then they put it on social media, which is fine. When I don't need something to get out, I don't let it get out. But I know there was a video posted because my young, overexcited assistant coach, Brian Steele, he's a social media, he's an analytics and social media junkie. And he brought it in. He goes, "Hey, this video's great for recruiting, because everyone thinks that you just mad all the time." And I'm telling the players after the LSU game, it's been a while since I have a team fight like that. And I meant it. I didn't say that to sound good. I meant it, and that's what they did again today. And that's I'm really proud, really proud. My teams have always had that personality trait, and you can say it comes from me. In reality, it comes from guys like Eric and James and Jermaine, that he's fully at peace with everything right now. Those guys are some hard-playing dudes. Devin Carter, he don't look it. Devin's got that same, I'm going to come rip your head off personality. And Taquan Woodley's got that. It's fun to be around. Fun, really, really fun to be around. And I don't know what the next 10 days have in store for us. I really don't care. I know I'm happy today, and we're going to have a really good workout tomorrow, because that's what these guys have done all year. And we'll go to Saturday to Alabama and lay it on the line again and see what happens.
Frank, could you speak to the way this team was able to execute when you guys mixed up your defenses and mixed up the looks that you gave Mississippi State tonight? Why did that work so well this evening, you feel like? And two, how you feel this will be able to carry over for the next 3 games before you get to postseason play?
Yeah, we used 2 different half-court kind of presses. One was more aggressive. The other one was more passive. We did it more than anything, so Molinar didn't know what was coming, because they run Molinar so much dribble handoff, and they run a lot of cross screens on the baseline. They run it really fast. So by going into that, which if you don't turn the ball over, you got a chance to set your defense. So going into all, keeping them out of all that early, fast action that they run, allowed us to then allow the defense behind it to be solid on a shorter clock. I've never been much of a zone guy, but that zone, our players trust it, and I trust it. And that, that's a credit to them. I've never, the Final Four team, I trusted a 3-2 zone because it fit that team, but that was more of a change-up to our aggressive man-to-man defense, which was really good. This team with so many first-year guys, our aggressive man-to-man defense is good at times, but we get over-aggressive and make bad mistakes with it. So I have to pick and choose when I kind of turn them loose. In that zone, the way we're playing it, creates some confusion, and then the other team doesn't know where to attack us. And like they started getting downhill in the second half. When we were up 18, I think, and they cut it to 10, and everything was downhill, downhill. So I went to the zone. They stopped getting downhill. We were able to pop it back up to 17. And so it's, I've said this before. I know we live in a world of analytics, and everything is like, if you're down 2 with 3 seconds to go, this is what you do. If it's 4th and 1, you do this. And the book says you go for it here and go. The best guy I've ever heard talk about analytics was Andy Reid. He goes, I'm a ball coach. I coach on my gut, and my gut keeps getting bigger, so I'm confident in my gut. And that's how I kind of make decisions in the game. I didn't learn from a book. I learned from being in the game and being in competitive moments, not by reading numbers off some computer. And when you manage the game, you make decisions based on what's working for you and what the other team is exploiting, and that's where the zone's been so good for us.
Frank, you mentioned some adjustments offensively, not asking you to reveal state secrets, but just what were some of those adjustments, and how nice is it to see guys play with the confidence they're playing with right now?
Yeah, well, instead of the ball's got to get in the paint. Everyone watches, and we've talked about it ad nauseum here with this group for the last 10 years. Everyone sees Steph Curry, and let's all go shoot threes, and da-da-da-da-da. And Golden State leads the NBA in passes and free throw attempts. And for years, there's a reason for that, because the ball gets in the paint, not because they foul three-point shooters. And so we have to get the ball in the paint. And our bigs are too young, and Wildens is struggling right now. I've got to figure out a way to get him to help us right now. I'm really confused on that one, but that's a different topic. So our post-up game wasn't getting the ball in the paint. So we tried the ball screen some, the dribble drive it, and I just never felt comfortable with that. So we've created spacing so we can cut and pressure the rim on cuts rather than post-ups or dribble drives. And it's working for us right now. Will it work for us now? All this is people getting film on it. So now people will start making adjustments. So we've been working really hard at creating spacing so we can cut people. Eric's really smart, can really pass the ball. James Reese is a quick twitch dude that can really feel it and cut it. And like he can shoot it, people stay on him so we can get behind the defense. Devin Carter can cut. Jermaine's really bought into it. So, it's kind of what we've been trying to work on.
Joe Borchow, back right.
Coach, what do you think this says about the team, that as the pressure rises, the stakes get higher, they seem to play more loose, confident, and having fun, knowing what's on the line?
I guess they must not dislike me. For 30 years, I've been fighting this perception that players don't like me. It's just such a meanie. I guess they kind of like me a little bit because they play that hard. It's a great group, man. They've been fun from day one in the summer. Competitive. Everyone wants to be happy these days. Let's be happy. Hey, happy. Let's clap. Let's be happy. Nothing in life is happy if you're not competitive. Everything you do in life is based on winning and losing. Everything. Nobody's ever happy when you lose. I don't care how many patty cake games you play. I don't care how much duck, duck, goose you play. If you lose, no one's. You ever seen the guy that or the girl that loses a duck, duck, goose? They cry. No one's ever happy when you lose. Everything in life is about competing and winning. and our guys compete. That's, I compete. I don't kind of lay around and accept things not being good enough. But this is a fun group, and when you compete, sometimes you go home mad because you don't win, but you're proud of who you are. And you come back the next day and say, I got to do it better. And that's what these guys do. And now we're getting deeper into the year. Got a little confidence. We're learning what we're doing on offense a little bit better. And I think it fits us better. But give them credit, man. They battle, and they have dug in there and figured out ways to win.
Phil in the back right.
So you say you've got sniffles. Considering your history, have you been tested? And you have to be careful around your team at this stage of the year? Is anything going through the team?
No, yeah, I've been tested. I wouldn't be around the team without getting tested, knowing that I got a cold. When we played at Ole Miss, they had two guys with a cold, head cold, playing the game. And when we got back from Ole Miss, I started feeling bad. That's why Javon Benson wasn't there today. He's home with a cold. A.J. Wilson didn't practice on Monday because of a head cold. Jermaine has had a head cold the last 4 days, but he just gutted it out and got through it. The sniffles are a pain in the butt, Phil, because you don't get to sleep real good. And I don't like popping pills and taking all kinds of stuff. It's not my deal. So it's hard to get a full night's sleep without being able to breathe real good. But that's even more why I'm so proud of these guys today, because we had some guys that were, had a head cold, and they locked in and they went, and really proud of them.
Question? You good? Amanda in the back.
Hey, Phil, good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a couple days. You missed the other game. You didn't show up here for the LSU game. It was lonely in here. Playing golf. So you left me behind to go play golf. My God, Phil. My God. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Coach. I just, this is the first time you guys have 4 straight league wins in a row like this, and the last time that happened was the 2016 Final Four team. I guess, do you see any similarities between that group and this group?
No, I mean, heck, we didn't have 4 wins last year, period. So it's so last year's out the window. The year before, we were starting to turn the corner again when COVID shut us down, and I think we won 10 league games that year, if I'm not mistaken. 10-8 that year. We could never get on a run. That team, we'd win 2, lose 1. We'd lose 2, win 3. We never got on a run. But I'm not real good with all that kind of going backward stuff. I just know that if there's a time of year you want to get on a run, it's at this time of year. No one ever remembers winning streaks in December and early January. Everyone remembers winning streaks at the end of the year because it's money time. You got to go out there and figure it out.
John Will in the back.
I know it's been a couple of different coaches, but Alabama, and especially at Alabama, has been a little bit difficult. What has made it that way?
We beat Alabama here at home when Michael Carrera and Mendogas were here on a tip-in to beat them like 53-51 or 54-52 or something. It's the one team in the league that I don't think we've ever played a good game against. And it's 3 coaches. It's Anthony Grant, it's Avery, and now Nate. And all 3 coach different styles of basketball. We just it's unbelievable. We've won in every arena in this league except Alabama and Kentucky, and it's incredible. But we got this year's team. It's not the team from when we went in there, Anthony Grant's last year. It's not the team that lost to Avery Johnson in 4 overtimes here. It's this team, and we're going to have our hands full because they spread you out and they play off the bounce from different spots and they shoot it. They've created a home court environment and they start making shots. That place is going bonkers in there, and it creates a lot of emotion for them and concern for the opponent. So we got to make sure that we're rock solid with our minds and our disciplines to try and not let them. They're going to make threes. It's what they do. What we need to do is make sure that we don't give them a plethora of threes and let them go on a 15-1 run. You know, they're going to make threes. If they make 13 threes, but it's like one here, one there, another one there, whatever, it's going to be all right because it's what they do. We got to keep them off the foul line. That's the whole key with Alabama. You can't let them shoot free throws. Got to keep them off the line.
Anything else for Coach Smith? Appreciate it.